Hello, everyone. Welcome to Business Academy News. Tonight we're going to talk about Artico, which is a Danish company that produces freezers. Artico has a desire to market expand in Africa, and so we're going to go through the company. First, we're going to start off having a chat with the CEO, Peter, of the company, and I hear in my earplug that he is ready now. Hello and welcome to Peter, the CEO of Artico.
Thank you.
I was thinking, Peter, can you tell us something about the company? What kind of company is it? What do you do?
Of course, we are probably the most innovative cold chain manufacturer in the world. We have an absolute passion for what we do. Our aim is to create products with technology foresight and to be competitive in quality and prices.
Okay, sounds very great. I'm thinking if we go a little bit deeper into the company, can you tell us something about your key competences? I know we have your business model canvas in the background.
Well, we have experienced tremendous growth in the last few years, not only in the field of research for best solutions, but we also offer easy and accessible servicing. We are confident that our concepts and ways of working are the reason for our success.
Okay, sounds great. We're back in the studio, and after talking to Peter from Artico, we know something about the company. Now we're going to go more into the market development, and our team of analysts have chosen 3 different countries in Africa based on corruption, on growth in healthcare, and a list of countries that Artico found interesting. So we're going to talk to an analyst in Nigeria, Liberia, and Tanzania. First of all, we're going to start in Tanzania.
Welcome to Tanzania. This is a country with 6,200 healthcare facilities. This is, compared to Danish standards, a bit low, but it is a EU country, so that's expected. This is a country who gets 2 billion in funds from overseas and domestic firms and healthcare organizations, and this is a country with economic growth. Every year it's about 6%, which is really good and shows that the country is thriving. The healthcare sector has seen a 300% growth in the expenditure per capita, which is really amazing and by one of the best in Africa. On the corruption side of Tanzania, it's ranked 117, which is about medium for African countries. On the indexing, we scored them 3.6 out of 5, which is pretty good.
Welcome to Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Here we have approximately 25,000 healthcare facilities spread all over the country. In 2012, we spent $16 billion on healthcare, although 95% of it came from abroad, which is a rather high number compared to the other 2 countries. Over the last decade, we've had a steady growth in GDP, although in some years it has been fluctuating. Nigeria is ranked 136th in corruption, which also is rather low compared to the other countries. Based on these facts, amongst others, we scored it at 3.35 in market attractiveness.
Welcome to Liberia. It's pretty cold today, but here we are. Liberia, with 4 million citizens, is a very small country compared to the others. Total money spent on healthcare is $272 million, where 65% is financed from abroad. However, the healthcare industry has grown 300% in the last 12 years, which is very much. 25 years of war and rebellions has affected the country in all ways, and it's hard to trust the peace-like situation. Liberia is ranked 83 on the corruption scale, which is considerably better than the others are. All in all, Liberian scores 2.7 in market attractiveness.
Okay, we're back in the studio from talking with our analysts in Africa, and it's pretty clear that Tanzania is the country that Artico should move forward with. It's the market that has the highest market attractiveness, and therefore it's also the country that we're going to work with further in this newscast. If we're looking at the target group that Artico should focus on in Tanzania, it is only the healthcare industry. This is hospitals, doctor clinics, and foreign organizations such as WHO that spend a lot of money on the healthcare in the country. If we talk about how they should enter Tanzania, it's pretty clear that they're already using a lot of export. They do this in all of their markets, and they use only distributors in all of their markets as well. It's a very low commitment, which makes it much more flexible and much more cheap to do than a high commitment strategy. That they use distributors and do it the same way in every country is a naive rule. And it's alright in this situation because Artico does not have huge amounts of liquid funds and don't have a lot of employees, which it will take to make a more complex internationalization strategy. So using this is all right, but in the future, as the company grows, they should consider doing more of a strategic role. It's stated now that where to enter is Tanzania, and how to enter, we're going to do it through domestic distributors, but when is the time to do it? And now it's actually a pretty good time. Tanzania is growing in the healthcare industry, and not the big competitors of Artico are really established in the country. So there's a big opportunity to obtain true market share, even though we're not the first movers. If we implement our strategy as great as we want to, we can still come out as a winner, even though we're a market follower. Next topic we're going to talk about is complexity, both internal and external in the case of Tanzania. Internally, the largest complexity factors that Artico faces is logistic and product. Logistically wise, they have created a lot of links and nodes. They have at least one supplier in each of their 130 markets, which is a lot of nodes and creates a lot of links. Furthermore, they have suppliers in Asia, they have production in Poland, they have quality control and warehouses in Denmark. So logistic can be a great problem that they have to face. Product is the next one. Artico has a very wide and deep product portfolio. They have a product for every need in the market, and every product can be found with specific changes, so you can get it in like 15, 20 different models. This is a lot of products, and generally this is very complex products. So this is an extreme complexity that they are facing. Externally, in Tanzania, environmental is by far the largest complexity. This is because the culture is very different in Tanzania, so dealing with the distributor can be a challenge. Also, logistics within Tanzania are not very good. The infrastructure is not the same as in Europe and Denmark. So there can be challenges there in terms of delivery. Another extreme large factor here is the corruption. There's a large amount of corruption in Tanzania, which makes it very complex to do business there. So we're at the end of the newscast, and we want to summarize what we've been through today. Artico has great potential to enter different African markets due to the demand of the product and the growing healthcare industry within several of these markets. Especially Tanzania and Nigeria as a close second are very interesting markets for Artico to go to. The situation is, though, that they're going to face some complexities, but due to their low commitment strategies, they're very flexible, and it's very easy for them to just cancel the market if anything goes wrong. Also, the distributors will take a lot of the heat from these complexities because those are the ones who's really going to do business within the country, and Artico not so much. So there are great possibilities for Artico to go to Africa, and now we have come with our suggestion to what Artico might do and what they might face. We hope you enjoyed the newscast, and we thank you all for Business Academy News. Goodbye.